Welcome back to episode 3 of Gamble Ramble, a podcast by Customised. My name's Kris Gamble, Technical Director at Customised, based in Norfolk in the east of England. This week's episode is going to be sharing tech tips to get the best out of your home technology. A lot of these come up on a daily basis with our work with customers, whether that's in their homes, telephone support, or email support. And we're going to follow the order of SCENE. SCENE is the framework created by the Digital Ramble, another podcast that I host alongside JJ Cannon from Digital Delight. And we came up with the acronym SCENE, and we feel that SCENE covers the pillars of the connected home of smart home. S is for security, C for communication, E for environment, N for network, E for entertainment. So let's get into the tech tips, starting in security. Very basic one here, but to get the best out of your cameras, please make sure they're clean, or ask your home tech pro to visit annually or 6 monthly to give those cameras a clean. CCTV cameras are well known for attracting spiders' webs. If you can give them that refresh with a clean and apply some spider deterrent spray, that should keep them nice and clean with a clean, crisp view of the area that you're wanting to cover. Alongside that, with cameras and video doorbells, make sure your motion detection settings are correct. That can be the sensitivity of the motion, whether you're getting too many alerts or not enough alerts, or that's fine-tuning the area of motion detection. Most camera and doorbell systems will allow you to go in and adjust that motion detection to a specific area that you're viewing. And then the final tip on security would be, does your camera or doorbell link to another product? Can it trigger lights? Can it trigger some kind of automation or an announcement on a voice assistant? So look at your choice of camera and doorbell that you have and see if it can talk nicely to another product in your home, because that motion detection or doorbell push, for that to trigger lighting indoor or outdoor, or to make an announcement on a voice assistant or on a smart TV, is a really cool feature that you'll wish you'd enabled much sooner. Moving on to communication. This is covered around the theme of apps, voice control, the user interface to the home, how you interact with your systems. And I'm a big fan of everyone in the house using the same apps. There's no point having different people using different apps for the same system. That can make schedules messy, that can make scenes cluttered. Naming convention for voice assistants can be different from one person to another. So if you've got a Lutron or a Philips Hue system, use the primary app, the Lutron or the Philips app or the Rayco app. And that's where you'll create your scenes, your schedules. That will have the names of the lights, of the light bulbs, if it's a smart bulb system. That just gives continuity. Where it can get messy is when people are also using Apple Home, Amazon Voice Assistant, or Google Home. And again, if that's what you prefer to use, everybody ideally should be using that so that there's consistency when you're away from home and when you're in home. Sticking on voice control, look at your favored voice assistant and the ability for it to trigger multiple tech or multiple devices. Can it, with one command, trigger a music playlist, lower a shade, dim some lights? Can a voice command, trigger a whole floor of lighting to turn on or off? That's ideal for turning off all the bedrooms in the morning. It could be lowering all the shades on the ground floor, or it could be issuing a command to your security system to arm or disarm the alarm. But that can also then trigger lights to go on or off. So look at a voice command, not just doing one service. Look at seeing how you can link up lights and music, shades and lights, alarm system and lights, just to add some efficiency, but also that wow factor. It will put a smile on your face when you trigger multiple things in the house from one familiar phrase. Moving on to environment, and that covers lighting, motorized shades, air quality, water quality, safety alerts, detection, smoke, etc. Going to focus on lighting, and if you've got a smart lighting system like Lutron or smart bulbs by Philips, have some spare bulbs. First of all, I'm always a big advocate of having a couple of spare GU10s for your downlights, a couple of spare Edison screw bulbs for your table lamps or your pendant lights. You don't want to be without those lights when a bulb goes, and also you want to have that consistency so that you have the same color temperature in all your lights. So your spare bulbs should be matched to what you've already got. And then look at the quality of that bulbs to get the best dimming performance, to get that flicker-free light output at low levels. Look at investing in quality light bulbs. That could be something like the Philips Master series. It could be some of the light bulbs from Ray Lighting. They're very good. Tala Lighting as well. Excellent LED light bulbs. So just look at what's the best fit for your lights and then identify a quality option for them. That will give you the best performance from the lighting system that you've invested in. Sticking on lighting and overlapping into heating, schedules play a big part in any smart home. And for things to run efficiently and predictably, you need to have those schedules dialed in. If we focus on heating, if your schedules aren't quite right for your hot water, you could be, first of all, wasting energy if these schedules are running for too long. You might need to increase the schedules if you feel you're running low on hot water at times when, maybe at weekends, people having more showers and baths. So that could be a chance to review your schedules. And then seasonal changes, make those changes to schedules so that a heating zone, instead of coming up to or trying to maintain 19 degrees, maybe in the peak of winter, you want that at 21 or 22. Don't keep doing that manual change every day. Adjust the schedule early so that that's running all the way through winter instead of not doing it and making that manual adjustment each day. Just get in there, make the change, and then you won't need to change it again maybe till the spring or summer. N is for network. Lots of networking tips that people are always asking for to get the best out of your internet speeds. That's still a discussion you should be having with your internet providers. Make sure you're getting what you're paying for. If they're guaranteeing you a minimum download speed of 50, 100, 200, whatever your package, check that you are actually getting that. A number of times I've been with a customer and they're sure that they're paying for 100 or 200 meg package, and turns out they're only getting a quarter of that. Could be there's a fault outside. It could be highlighting an equipment issue. So that's definitely something to check. Are you getting what you're paying for? Next, I would always say, always make sure you have a guest network enabled. That is a bare minimum, I feel now, for a home network for enhanced security. Yes, have your main network for you and your family members with their trusted devices, but having a guest network for visitors, tradespeople, younger members, maybe you want them on a lower speed, or you don't want them using printers, mirroring to smart TVs, interacting with the music systems. So a guest network segregates devices from every other device. And that gives you a huge peace of mind that rarely used device on your network isn't accessing all areas of the network, hard drives, shared folders, or your smart home devices like music and your router. Moving on to entertainment, the final pillar, the fun stuff. We're huge Sonos fans and have been working with Sonos for nearly 15 years now. And we're amazed when we come across people with Sonos speakers and they've never used this cool feature that the newer Sonos speakers have, and that's called TruePlay. That is built-in audio calibration for your music system, whether that's just a room speaker or a surround sound system with a sound bar, subwoofer, rear surrounds. This is the ability to tune the audio to the environment that it's in. So if you've got a Sonos One, you can do this. Sonos Beam, you can do this. Sonos Arc, Sonos 5, Era 100, Era 300, all these speakers have the option to TruePlay them. It does use your iPhone and the Sonos app. You do this calibration technique that elevates the sound in the space and tailors it exactly for the environment that speaker is in. Some of the portable speakers have an auto TruePlay feature, which should be turned on. That's on the Move, Move 2, and Roam. They will all auto-calibrate when they've been lifted and moved to another location, which is excellent for that portable speaker that you're bringing outside or into a less used room or into the garage, conservatory. Wherever you're moving that speaker, it will TruePlay for the best sound where it is. And then finally, to get the best out of Sonos, we highly encourage people to add Sonos favorites. Pick out your favorite radio stations, some playlists, add them to Sonos favorites. That makes them easily accessible in the Sonos app, that you're not having to search all the time for radio stations and playlists that you're using frequently. They will be stored in your favorites tab. But then also when you integrate with other systems, and a great example of this is with Lutron, that if you press a Lutron keypad that might be dining, watch TV, relax, entertain, and that obviously does some lighting, maybe it lowers shades, closes curtains. But if that can also queue up a Spotify playlist, an Apple Music album, a specific track, that can even choose that music at a certain volume. And then on the flip side, if you turn a room off, turn off the lights, close the blinds, it can also send a pause or stop or volume down command to a Sonos speaker as well. But yeah, get those favorites updated so that they're available not just for Sonos, but through other smart home systems as well. A lot of tech tips there. Pick out your favorites, find one and implement it. Get it working in your home, and then share with us if you've implemented any of these tips. Is it things that have been new to you? Is it things you've already done in your home and that you've had the results from? Please share that with us. We would welcome any feedback on the episodes. If there's anything you want us to discuss in the future, please let us know. You can contact us through customise.uk.com. That's our website. Or look for us on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X. Just search for Customized. We'll show up. We're pretty well connected on social media, so you should find us. Thanks for listening. I've been Kris Gamble from Customized, and this has been another Gamble Ramble.